Hello, my name is John Rosario. I am here to share some of my journey as a Reiki practitioner, massage therapist, certified holistic health coach, fitness trainer, quantum energy healer, and more. And it has been quite the interesting journey. But for today, I'm going to focus on sitting and the art of sitting, where there should not be any discomfort from sitting. As I have found in my journey, it's not what we're doing, it's how we're doing it. So in this clip, I'm going to share with you a tip about sitting. So I am sitting in a basic chair, which we all have. I'll even take the cushion off and see it's just a basic chair. And for us to sit in it like we normally do, they want us to sit back and sit up against the back and really sit up straight. And as I went through this, I found one day that I went to try and sit up, and it felt so challenging to try and sit upright. So I just kept playing with different positions. So I sat back, and I said, why do I feel like I still want to slouch? So I kept moving. I said, well, let's try here. So I came to the front of the chair, and it did feel a lot more comfortable. But there was still this kind of tug inside, especially right in my mid-back area, in this area here in the back, that something still felt like there was tension there. So somehow, intuitively, my body said, well, try going in this direction. So I changed my seating and sat, and it was as if a light bulb went off, and everything felt comfortable, as if things were now in alignment. And so for the next 45 minutes, I was going back and forth and back and forth, and noticed that when I went here, it felt as if my shoulders wanted to drop forward and go into a slouch. But as soon as I went here, my shoulders went back and my chest came out, and it was very comfortable. And I kept back and forth and asking, okay, what is shifting? And as I kept pulling it apart, I thought about the hamstring pulling because of this positioning, and so much was tugging on the hamstrings that were pulling on the pelvis. And then I finally came to a possible conclusion that when I did go into this position, my pelvis would do a very slight pelvic posterior tilt. Here, it went to neutral, as I call it, or in alignment. And being from the previous profession that I was in before I got into health and wellness and massage and Reiki, I was a refrigeration, air conditioning, appliance technician. I was a machinist at Boeing Aircraft. I was a missile facility technician in the Air Force. And so applying all of the work that I had done in the past with mechanics and those kind of things, working with machines, I looked at the body as pretty much the same thing. It has hinges, it has plumbing, it has electrical systems, it has hinges and joints and ball bearings. And as I really started to pay attention to that, I realized that alignment is extremely important in everything. Okay, no matter what it is. It can be a compass. If we're not in alignment of where we want to go, we can be a fifth of a degree off. But when we get to the other end, we will be far away from where we really want to be. Well, the alignment also with the car, the front end alignment and all that. So as you see me moving around, I'm going to move my chair into the position that I sit pretty much everywhere now. When I go out, I just have a tendency, I will find a chair that literally mimics this. And I do have a blog, but the little experiment is to try it out. Find a basic chair and sit. And sit like you normally would and try to sit up straight. And then shift over and see how it feels. And it's been interesting how I've shared this with clients of mine and other people when I'm out and about, and they may ask me when they see me sitting like this, why are you sitting there? And I give them the same experiment. And most of the look that I get is priceless because there's just what just shifted. I feel like that's a comfortable place. Now some are a little bit different, or everybody's going to be different depending on how their structure has developed over the many years. And I call them the potholes and the dings and the bangs and the things that have thrown us out of alignment, how they contributed to our misalignment and then our inability to engage in a way that's very healthy for us. So this is one of the tips that I would love to share and to see if this would really enhance how people sit. Because I have found playing around with this that I can sit a long period of time and not get any of those back issues and neck issues. And another thing, as I just remembered, is that when you go to lean forward in this position, you can't slouch, except for maybe memories that are in there that cause it to try and go there. But when sitting in this position, if you try to lean forward, you will notice that you will not round your shoulders and will actually feel uncomfortable. So hopefully that was a big tip. Now I also went further into creating something for offices or just a stool, because that came to me. And so I ended up coming up with this. I literally took a chair. This was actually a stand-up desk type chair that goes up and down quite a bit. And so it rises quite a bit. Okay, but it's really hard. That makes you sit on it to bring it back down. There we go. But if you've noticed that I did was I took, basically, I found two of these stools. This is the shape of it. And I found that these work extremely well to sit up straight. So hopefully that has been some really interesting tips to help with neck and back issues from sitting. So I am looking forward to putting out more informational videos that are going to show and share how we can best utilize this body and thrive as we age without the wear and tear that has been what we have been conditioned to be in. For now, have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all. Ciao for now.